What's up? Welcome to your Daily Buckeye Blitz for a Tuesday, September 26, 2023. I'm your host, Joe from the Buckeye Cast, bringing it to you. We're still banging out some grades, talking stats from Saturday night's big victory over the Irish. Boy, this defense, man, Jack Sawyer said after the game, this is the toughest O-line they faced yet. I believe it. Man. So put some ice on those bruises, get some Band-Aids out for those scrapes and cuts and get healthy. At least we got a bye week coming up. Maryland the week after that. So we got some time to work on some issues. Jack and JT, I will say, I believe they played every down of this game on defense. So let's get right into it. Don't forget the BuckeyeCast.com. Hey, I think everybody needs to have one of these here shirts. Just like Ryan Day said, it's always been Ohio against the world. So I would recommend getting yours at the BuckeyeCast.com. Support the program, support me, support my wife. Just kidding. No. She can support herself. No. But no. Please check it out. I would recommend it. 25% off everything. Free shipping for orders over $50. We also have long sleeve t-shirts in the Ohio against the world and hats. So get all three. I would recommend, and tank tops too if you live in the South. So, all right, let's get into it here. Enough of the sales shit. Let's talk run defense to start it off. So let's see. How many snaps did we have on run defense? 38 snaps. And JT, Jack, Lathan, Eichenberg, Proctor were in for all 38. Denzel Burke was in for 37. Igbinosun 34. Tyleik was in for 32 of these snaps. Steele for 32. Sonny for 31. I told you when we talked last week, I said this is a Sonny Styles made for game. Now, he didn't have a huge impact. Had a couple tackles, a stop, but other than that, didn't do a lot. So let's start off here with the grades. Lathan Ransom led the defense in run defense grades. 76.8. That's good. He had 8 tackles, led the team. One miss. You're going to get that with Lathan Ransom. He's good for one of those a game. I was a little perturbed at the number of misses. We had 12 missed tackles just in run defense and a couple against the pass. So I think we had a total of 14 missed tackles. You can't expect to win games with that many. You got to keep it like at 6 or under. You cannot be getting up into double digits, especially over 10 and 12 and shit. So that was a major concern when I went back and looked at the numbers. But Tyleik was a monster. He graded out a 72. He even against the pass, he did well. Sonny was a 70.1. Again, I mentioned 2 tackles, had a stop. Tyleik, though, had 4 stops on his own. A stop is when you stop the offense from getting a productive play. 4 stops by Tyleik with the 4 tackles to go with it. JT, 4 tackles, did have 2 misses. He had 2 stops of his own. Josh Proctor, he brought the wood today. Or not today. Could have been today. No. 5 tackles, 2 misses, of course. You're going to have that with the Josh Proctor also. He had 4 stops. Michael Hall Jr., 3 tackles, 2 stops. So the big men up front, even Ty Hamilton getting into the act, 2 tackles, 1 stop. So Tommy Eichenberg, 4 tackles, 2 stops. He had a miss. A lot of times it seemed like when he was coming up the gut on a blitz and they ran the ball, it went right behind him. Like he'd be blitzing to the left of the center or left of the guard. He'd be coming up and the blitz would go to the right side of the defense. It's like, dude, it's just so close. I don't know if that's Noel's decision up top or if Tommy sees something that's keying him to do that. But yeah, just bad luck. I don't know. Anyways, the stop percentage, which is obviously the number of stops per number of defensive snaps, run defense, Tyleik led the team at 12.5%. So 12.5 of his snaps, he got a stop. Proctor was 10.5, Michael Hall Jr. 10. So excellent defense against the run. And where's his rushing stats? I know they kept Estime down to like 70 yards and no real big plays. Here we are, rushing attempts. So Estime had 70 yards on 14 carries. Devin Ford 2 for 9. Jadarian Price 3 for 22. Jabran Payne 6 for 18 and a touch. And Jeremiah Love 8 for 57. So and then Hartman chipped in. He had 4 carries. So yeah, I was very happy with the way the run defense played. Again, they didn't give up huge numbers, huge breakaways. So the big plays, explosive plays. Let's see. We had 5. They had 6. 3 of theirs were through the air. So ours were 3 through the air, 2 rushing. But yeah, I was just glad to not have one of those big home runs by Estime. So, all right, let's look at pass rush grades. Michael Hall Jr. led the team there. So the big men, the D tackles, getting it done up front. 75.8 was his grade. He had 15 pass rush reps. 14 he actually rushed. He had 3 pressures. And then, let's see, 1 hit, 2 hurries. He had a really good win rate. His win percentage is 14.3. Tyleik killing it against the pass as well. If we can keep Tyleik on the field, this defense in the middle is going to be really, really tough to beat. He had 5 pressures, 5 hurries. JT, 4 pressures, 4 hurries. Jack, 4 pressures, 4 hurries. Michael Hall Jr. had 3 pressures, 1 hit, 2 hurries. Lathan Ransom had a pressure and a hit. Love that, getting the safety involved. Tommy Eichenberg, a hurry. Ty Hamilton, a hurry. So that's about it. Nobody else really chipped in there on the QB pressures. I don't think they blitzed Sonny at all. Oh, he did have 1 pass rush attempt, but didn't even get home. So overall, the D tackles led the way with the pass rush grades. JT was like a 62.2. Sawyer, 61.5. I mean, these guys got some pressure, but they rarely got home. I don't know if this was scheme related or if they were instructed, just to contain, keep the quarterback and running backs inside the pocket, and let the linebackers and D tackles come up and make the plays. Maybe that was their instructions. Who's to say? But yeah, this was a really, really good defensive effort. I'm really happy. They got a total of 19 pressures. That's good. So then let's go to coverage. Got some coverage. Tyleik was actually in coverage twice. Don't ask me why. Seems like a losing proposition if you ask me. But anyways, Jordan Hancock led the team in grades, 70.6. He had 14 snaps in pass coverage, was targeted twice, allowed 1 catch for 12 yards. Jack Sawyer, 68.9. He had 3 coverage snaps. Denzel Burke, 67.9. He allowed 1 catch on 1 target for 7 yards. Igbenosin allowed the touchdown. He was 4 catches on 6 attempts, 6 targets, and the touchdown for 17 yards, I believe. let's go by targets here. Steele, he was targeted as well. 5 targets, 5 catches, 58 yards. Lathan Ransom, 2 of 2 for 40 yards. Allowed 17 yards yak. Igmanosin allowed 22 yards yak. Igmanosin's obviously the guy they're going after. I don't want to say he's the fish, but he's handsy, so you're probably going to get a penalty called on him if he doesn't make the play. That's the way he's playing right now. He's got to be better. I know that they allowed a lot of hand fighting both ways, offense and defense, but Igmanos is just like so over aggressive and so physical. Ransom, 2 of 2 for 40. Eichenberg, 2 of 2 for 11. Proctor, 2 targets, no catches. Good job. Sonny Styles, 1 of 1 for 12. And Cody Simon, 1 of 1 for 25. That was a big play. That one I thought was a backbreaker. But missed tackles. Let's look at missed tackles. In the pass plays, just 2 missed tackles. So not a big deal. But like I mentioned, we had a dozen against the run. So not great. Steel Chambers in pass plays had 5 tackles and a stop. Lathan with 3. So, Igmanosin had the only defensive penalty in coverage there. I don't think we had a penalty on D-line, no. Let me double check that. Coverage, rush. Let me double check the run defense. Penalties. Oh, yeah, just Igmanosin. Yeah, he had the 2. Got to cut back on that, man. But anyways, excellent defensive effort. A lot of areas to work on. Obviously, the DNs need to get home more often. Did not see. Oh, we had Hero Canoe got 1 snap in pass rush. Caden Curry 1 snap. Kenyatta did not get in at all. And yeah, that's it. Kenyatta did not get in pass or run. So they wanted Jack and JT out there the whole time. That was go with the older guys and our starters. So kind of a detachment from what Larry usually does. He usually rotates too much, but I got the dub. Got the ball back on that last drive when Notre Dame inexplicably threw the ball. And JT made a couple big plays there to stop the clock, and almost get a pick on that screen pass. So great effort all around, and just some things to work on and clean up for sure. But that's all I got for you today. Talk to you tomorrow. Go Bucks.